Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today is the first day that it's gonna be later. Today's the first day it's gonna be later, however, which is one of my favorite days of the year. However, it is also supposed to be like awful day. It is currently 34 degrees, and within the next 4 hours it's supposed to be 19 degrees and snowing. And then by the end of the day, it's supposed to be -6. So we're just gonna have a cup of coffee, and then we are gonna hit the road outside, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on taking care of our ducks and our chickens. The chickens are fine. They have a big coop out there. They have a break from wind, and they don't really need a whole lot out there other than maybe some extra bedding. But the ducks, they're a little bit exposed out there. They are in, it's like a hoop coop sort of, but it doesn't have a whole lot of wind breaks in there, and they're ducks, and they're fat ducks. They are jumbo Peking ducks, so they are going to be just fine. But all we need to do is make sure to supply them with some extra bedding, a wind break, and a nice dry place to get to if that's what they choose. So that is on the agenda. I'm mostly just gonna be taking care of the ducks, and then we'll come back inside and make ourselves some lunch. Before we go outside, I decided that I needed to get my raw milk yogurt a little bit thicker for lunch because I want to have it as sort of like a sour cream type thing. So we need to get it hanging. This is the last of the first batch that I made where I got the culture from a friend of mine, a local friend here. And I remember I was really disappointed that it didn't thicken up. Well, I made another batch of it, and it's sitting on the counter behind you, and when we get back from taking care of the ducks, we're gonna check on it and see how thick it is. You can see it's more like kefir than it is yogurt. We did this together like last week, so we're not gonna go into too much detail on this. And we're not looking to make cheese out of this. We just want like a nice, thicker sour cream sort of consistency. I remember that pot's not tall enough, so let's go take care of the ducks. Made it outside. It is already chilly. So, the snow, I just saw a couple of flurries, so things are starting earlier than expected. So I'm glad I made it out here quickly. Normally I don't even let them out for probably another 2 to 3 hours. I just come out and take care of the chickens and the ducks at the same time, and if I let the chickens out too soon, I never get eggs. So yeah, let's see what we can do to keep these guys a little warmer over the next couple of days. So what we ended up doing is just making the whole thing like a big windbreak, and then we put these 2 dog houses, which is enough to fit all of them in there. We kind of bunched them up together so they'll still feel like they're together, and then all these little nooks and crannies that you can see here, we're going to fill in with wood chips. So so they'll have a nice dry wind-free place to kind of get out of the weather. But as you can see, they don't really care to. That's a big fat chicken. In case you guys are wondering, this is what happens when you don't butcher a Cornish cross. Ow! They're huge. They're like turkeys. It's currently 20.3 degrees outside with a wind chill factor of -5 billion. So we are inside. I'm gonna try and warm up a little bit. I can't even keep the lens unfogged, but we're gonna warm up a little bit with some chicken broth. before we get started on lunch. Look at that. This is the stuff that we made the other day in the roaster. Thickened up pretty nicely. I thought I added a little too much water, but turns out I didn't. It could be thicker, but it's still plenty thick for us. If you guys don't know, chicken broth is fantastic just to drink out of a mug. You don't need to do anything homemade, I should say. The stuff you buy in the store is kind of bland, but this stuff that you make yourself with, just boil a chicken in a gallon of water and you're pretty much good to go. Like this stuff, like I showed you how to do the other day. This stuff is so delicious. It feels like it's just warming your bones when it's cold out. This stuff is fantastic. It's way more than just when you're feeling sick, which it is great for that because it gives a lot of assistance to your digestive system and a lot of the good nutrients and all those sorts of things that just really help boost your immune system, but it just warms you up like nothing else. Okay, maybe habaneros warm me up more, but this one, I don't know. The yogurt is not straining as quickly as I had hoped it would, so we're gonna mix it up with some of our older, more solidified yogurt cheese, and we'll probably do like half and half, just to get a little bit of a thicker texture, because I don't want to thin out my taco meat too much. So let's get this stuff warming.
Bring them some. Next 2.5 pounds.
Sounds good. Oh. In case you're wondering what the sound in the background is, that is Robert cracking corn for the chickens to keep them warm. I have separated out the whites and the yolks from 4 duck eggs. So we'll just kind of let this cook a bit. Get the eggs get the egg whites nice and set. And then we'll just add in the egg yolks separately so they will be nice and loosey-goosey. I don't like solid egg yolks. And while those are setting, let's go ahead and check on our yogurt. That is this is more like 48-hour yogurt instead of 36-hour yogurt, because I forgot to check on it last night. But it looks pretty solid. And this time, if you guys remember last time, I did not strain off the fat on top, and I found it to be kind of unappetizing. So I went ahead and strained off most of the fat on top of here, and basically I just use it in my coffee now because it's delicious. Okay, so ooh, that smells divine. Hopefully it just needed some adjustment. I'm so scared to put my spoon in here, because what if it's not as good as it should be? Oh. It has a It fell off the spoon, but you saw that. It has a delightful curd. Okay, let's taste it. Yes. Mission completion. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Imagine how much better it's gonna be when it's refrigerated. Look at this. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Look at how thick that raw yogurt is.
That's crazy. It's like real yogurt.
I never cooked it. I literally just put the yogurt. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have this with lunch. Okay, we're gonna have this instead of the other stuff. It is delightfully tangy, but not like too super tangy.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the egg yolks are set plenty fine. So we're just gonna add our yolks to it. And then we're done. So I'm gonna serve up about half of this. Probably won't eat it because it's got liver in it. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of cheese to this, a hefty amount of yogurt, and some fermented veggies. And it'll be a nice. It's hard to imagine a more of a gut-friendly meal at this point. I mean, other than cheese, but this is a good hard cheese. All the comments from the last video when I bought this at the store, they all say they love this cheese. I love it too. It's fermented for so long that all the lactose is gone from the cheese. So if you are lactose intolerant and you're looking for a good cheese, here you go. All right, looks weird, but I promise it is delicious, super gut friendly, and just give you all kinds of nutrients. See you back after we're done. I ended up eating just that portion that I showed you. I set aside the rest of it for later on. It's gonna be meal number 2. I ate probably 2/3 of it, I would say, so I have like 1/3 of it left, and which is perfect because I'm doing kind of I'm doing a ketovore. I'm doing kind of like a ketovore style with basically just meats and animal products and then fermented vegetables. And that's almost all I've been consuming for like a week and a half. I'm feeling amazing. Seriously, no joke. I'm not 100% on the fermented part of the vegetables, but I have been 100% on like ketovore, keto, that sort of thing. I've been 100% on that. I'm doing great. But I did have a little bit of Brussels sprouts the other day. Cheating with Brussels sprouts. So I've been doing time restricted feeding, which is like a more specific version of intermittent fasting. I'm making my husband some soup. More of a specific timing on intermittent fasting. It's ideal to eat like almost right when you wake up, and then you stop eating like around like very early afternoon. You just have a short window early in the day. That gives your body plenty of time to process, to digest all the food that you've consumed, so that you can actually get into autophagy while you're sleeping. Your body can clear all the crap out, and you can really just get a good, like your body, all of its systems, its peristalsis, its everything can just like do a sweep and just start to go to town on some of the ickier stuff in your body, maybe some excess skin, some skin tags, some, I don't have any of that, but, well, I mean, I don't have a skin tags, I have plenty of loose skin. It just gives your body extra rest while you're resting, helps your body to recover better, and it's just good all around. And I do have to say, I've done a lot of intermittent fasting. That is one of my go-to ways of eating. I love intermittent fasting, but I've always cut out breakfast. I've never cut out late night eating. Coffee's ready. And we're still early in the process. Like I said, I'm about a week in on doing the time restricted feeding. I feel phenomenal. I'm not eating past dark. I'm not consuming any calories past dark, but I'm usually done with food around like 1 or 2. And then I might have a cup of coffee with something in it. But I have not eaten anything past dark, and that seems to be the key for it. You're also getting in better touch with your circadian rhythm. It does all sorts of things. I'm still learning. But one thing I have discovered is that it is thebomb.com, okay? I feel phenomenal. I'm just feeling fantastic. Like I can't even begin to describe it. Jury's still out. But it's definitely, you know, it's like 10 to 2 right now. Like, it seems like it's a pretty good, legit thing. So I'm enjoying it. I'll keep you guys posted on that one. My husband's soup is starting to boil, so I need to finish cooking that one up. In tomorrow's video, I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening around here as far as the weather's concerned. Also, I'm planning on making a delicious sounding chicken recipe that somebody gave me in the comments of that one video that I had posted, the last video that I posted, or the one before, whatever, the one that I asked for some chicken recipes. And this thing sounds delicious. It is keto friendly, almost even carnivore, more like ketovore. So I'll look forward to that one. I'm gonna be doing that one in tomorrow's video, which is actually gonna be later on today. But anyways, so I'm gonna need to go edit. If you guys are enjoying following along with me on Vlogmas/Fermentmas, as well as following along with me as I share my gut healing journey and all my homestead shenanigans, click this button right here. This is the subscribe button. This is what tells YouTube you wanna come back here. Up here is a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks you're gonna enjoy. Over here is my last Vlogmas video, and then up here is my Vlogmas playlist. Check it out for all the awesomeness. Peace out, sauerkraut. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, it is 14 degrees outside.